Hi there, Ben Garver with NebraskaWalleyeGuide.com. Been spooling up some new reels today with some new lead core line, and thought I'd do a quick demonstration video on how to tie a lead core leader with this Chinese finger cuff style knot that I like to use. The line we're using today, I have some 18-pound test Bass Pro Shops Magibraid lead core. For leader material, I'm using 15-pound Spiderwire Stealth. To tie the knot, I'm going to have to remove some of the lead core out of the center of the Dacron sheath on the lead core line. To do that, you simply push down on the sheath, exposing the end of the lead. You're able to grab a hold of that lead then and pull a section out. I like to pull a good 6 to 8 inches out of there. At that point, you can just break that lead off and carefully discard that. Now, I like to slide the Dacron sheath back down the piece of lead that's left inside. Get to the end of that, I like to stop. I'll gently straighten out the Dacron sheath, but I don't like to pull that too tight because it can make it difficult to get your line inside there to tie the leader. I'm going to tie a overhand knot, and I don't tighten that down. I just put it on there loosely. At that point, I go back to the end of the Dacron sheath, take my leader material. Leader materials can vary. Different lines work equally as well. I'm just using Spiderwire Stealth today to demonstrate. So this Spiderwire Stealth will then slide down the center of your Dacron sheath, and I'm able to slide that in there. I'm going to work it down in there a good distance. I want it to get down into that knot and pretty much push on it till it stops. I know I've got probably a good 5 inches of line in there at this point. So now I can move that knot down. Takes a little work to get that knot worked back down with that leader material in there, but you want to get that down to where you're within a ½ inch or so of the end of the Dacron sheath. Work that knot down there and go ahead and tighten it down. So you got that knot in there. It's just a simple overhand knot. Tightens it down and secure in the line. A lot of guys like to put a second knot. I'm one of those guys. I'll go ahead and add a second knot. I run about 15 to 18 foot leaders. So I have to pull that leader line through there. A few quick pulls of that and you get it through. And you can put a second knot behind your first one. Go ahead, tighten it down, and there you have it. That is your lead core leader knot. These little knots that are left on here will slide easily through guides when you're fighting fish. I have ran into situations where running a barrel swivel, even a small size 18 barrel swivel, I've had them hang up on eyelets before when you're fighting a big fish. It's a very scary situation to be in. I've yet to have any issues with this knot going through an eyelet. These tend to hold up really well in snaggy situations. I'll find that the crankbait clips I like to attach my baits with, the line will break there rather than back here at the leader. And if you find yourself in tournament situations, you don't want to have to be retying this knot every time you'd snag up in a tree and break off. So if you're breaking off down at the end and all you got to do is quickly tie a crankbait clip on and attach a crankbait to get back to fishing, that's much more efficient for tournament fishermen. That's the lead core knot. Thanks for watching today. See you on the water.